In 480 BCE, at a narrow mountain pass, scorched by the sun and soaked in the blood of warriors, 300 stood against 1,000,000. But what if I told you the truth was even more legendary than the myth? Xerxes I, king of Persia, marched west with one of the largest armies the world had ever seen. His goal, total domination of Greece. City after city crumbled. But then came the pass of Thermopylae. Standing in his way was King Leonidas of Sparta, not with an army, but with an idea. He chose 300 Spartan warriors, not for numbers, but for honor, for courage, for legacy. Thermopylae was chosen for a reason, a narrow pass between sea and cliff. No room for cavalry, no way to flank, just a wall of shields and pure defiance. The Persians attacked in waves, archers, infantry, elite immortals. For 2 days, the Spartans held the line, shields locked, spears thrusting with deadly precision. But glory has enemies, and so does strategy. A local Greek named Ephialtes betrayed them. He showed the Persians a hidden mountain path. Leonidas knew the end had come. He dismissed the allied forces, but he and his 300 stayed, not for victory, but for legend. Thermopylae was not a defeat. It was a message, carved in stone and passed down through time. That freedom is worth fighting for, even if the cost is everything. It was the year 1066, a year of omens, of kings, of betrayal and blood. A single day that carved the future of an entire nation. After the death of Edward the Confessor, the English throne was claimed by 3 men: Harold Godwinson, the Anglo-Saxon lord; Harold Hardrada, the Viking king of Norway; and Duke William of Normandy, the bastard warrior whose swore destiny belonged to him. Harold of England first raced north to crush the Viking Hardrada at Stamford Bridge, only to learn days later that William had landed on the southern shores. Exhausted and bruised, Harold marched his army 250 miles south in just 4 days. But William was waiting, fresh, ready, and brilliant in strategy. Harold took position on a ridge, perfect for defense. Shield wall, no cavalry, pure infantry strength. William had archers, cavalry, and foot soldiers, a combined force. October 14th, morning mist fades. The Norman arrows fly, ineffective. The English shield wall stands unbroken. Then, William's cavalry charges. William adapts. His men pretend to flee. The English chase. The wall breaks. A trap is sprung. Norman cavalry encircles and strikes from behind. Then came the arrow. Some say to the eye, others say a sword. But that moment, the king fell, and England fell with him. William became the conqueror. He changed language, law, land, and legacy. The old England was gone. A Norman world had begun. In the heart of Europe, in the shadow of ancient Rome, a clash erupted that would decide the fate of the West. 2 empires, 2 faiths. 1 battlefield, Tours, 732 AD. The Umayyad Caliphate had swept across Spain with unmatched speed. Their banners flew high over Iberia, and now their eyes turned to the north. At the head of the Muslim forces rode Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi, a seasoned general, sharp in tactics, fearless in spirit. Facing him was Charles Martel, the hammer of the Franks, a man with no crown, but the heart of a lion. Martel chose the high ground near Tours. He trained his men to stand like stone. No cavalry, no chaos, only discipline. The Franks would not move. The Muslim cavalry charged. Again and again. But the Franks didn't budge. Like a wall of steel and faith, they absorbed the storm. But then, the turning blow. Charles sent scouts behind enemy lines. They raided the Umayyad camp. Plunder, gold, women, supplies. The cavalry turned back, but it was too late. In the chaos, Abdul Rahman was killed. Without a leader, the Muslim army lost its will to fight. By dawn, they were gone. Tours was not just a victory. It was a turning point. Europe would remain Christian. The Caliphate would halt at the Pyrenees, and Charles Martel would become the guardian of the West. Had Tours ended differently, the language, faith, and face of Europe could have been forever changed. But on that field, a wall was built, one that shaped history for centuries to come. These weren't just battles. They were moments that shaped the world, where warriors stood firm, leaders made history, and the course of nations changed forever. From the cliffs of Thermopylae, to the fields of Hastings, to the plains of Tours, their legacy still lives.